we played musical chairs here at Fox. I said Fox. Oh my God, Fox. We can use their money, but that's okay. Oh my God, we are on part 2, Four Sisters Live.
Right.
And this, I want to introduce our members of Four Sisters Network. And if you don't understand, this is about bringing in our sisters to share your story, okay? So this platform that we're going to use today, we're going to talk about entrepreneurship. And I noticed these pajamas. What's up with pajamas?
The pajamas. You want to go ahead?
We are the Pajama Ladies.
Yes.
We are Kaleidoscope Dreams. That's with a Z. And we do pajama parties.
Awesome.
That's what we do.
That's what we do for the women. We
For
actually.
the women.
Well, let's start on the end because she's not part of the pajama party.
No.
But that's okay.
She will be.
Absolutely.
Peggy too.
Yes.
And we're not alcoholics. You see these 2 bottles here?
Right, exactly.
We know.
They're props.
Right.
They're props.
We'll talk about it later.
So you're joining Four Sisters Live. Gloria, introduce yourself.
Okay, Gloria O'Neill, and I'm with O'Neill Enterprises, and right now I'm marketing health and wellness products, basically for people that have type 2 diabetes, and other products for like stress, weight loss, those kinds of things. That's Gloria O'Neill.
Awesome. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Susan Preddy, and we do pajama parties. Kaleidoscope Dreams is our business.
Awesome.
And Stephanie Flood, Kaleidoscope Dreams, Pajama Parties.
So let's talk about your business. What inspired you to do this pajama party thing?
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'll get started. Basically, my business partner here, Susan, we were just having a conversation about our childhood and the things that we've done. And one of the things that came up was the fact that I was able to go to pajama parties, and she said I was not. Because of her strict upbringing by her parents, you know, she really wasn't allowed to go to other people's homes, whereas I was the last of 6. I think by the time I came out, mom and dad were like, okay, go.
Whatever.
Go. Just be safe, but go. And I had a ton of cousins and, you know, family members that were close to us in our neighborhood. So, you know, it was easy for me to be able to get out and do that. So we talked about the difference and why, you know, she was brought up differently than I. So we just talked about, I wonder if there are other women, right, that experienced that had never had a pajama party or never was able to go to one. And then, you know, after a period of time, we found out there were a lot of young ladies and a lot of women who weren't able to. So we said, you know what? Let's do it ourselves. Let's create.
I love it.
Let's create it. And it really just started with an event. It really wasn't even a thought of having a business. It was really just bringing a bunch of women together. And all of a sudden, we had an event, and the event kind of created itself.
It went to another
and it went to another. It went from one thing to another, almost like osmosis. So
you know, and it's so funny. I grew up with 5 sisters, so we always had a pajama party every night. Okay?
Right.
But just most recently, with us doing the Power Networking Conference, and we traveled from Cleveland to Atlanta to Dallas. When we did that, it was always a pajama party. And I tell you, no matter how old you get, it's all about the fun. And that's what we have. We have always had fun connecting.
It is. I mean, for me, I was brought up in a Caribbean home. I'm from Trinidad, and coming from a Trini background, coming to the United States, our parents were very strict and didn't allow us to really spend the night at anybody's house. So we could actually go and just we can go play at their house and come back home, but we had to sleep in our own bed. So when I met friends in school and they started talking about having a pajama party or, you know, how much fun they had, I just kind of always missed it. And as I grew up, I thought I was going to grow out of it, and I didn't.
Oh, wow.
And didn't know how much. And then I realized that that's where women really start to connect. You know, that was really the glue to understanding a woman. And so as I got older, I realized that you know, we can really do something with this.
Well, ain't nothing but
Yeah.
good stuff coming out of
Yes.
sisterhood. Oh, yeah, I know that.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Well, I'm one of the people that didn't get to go to pajama parties. My parents were strict, and so I didn't get to spend nights out at all. So I'm in.
Oh yeah.
We're going to do it now.
So tell us your upcoming event. I mean, tell me what y'all guys got planned on the horizon.
Okay, so we have an event on July the 28th. And at that event, we're going to actually give a sneak peek of the pajama party. We're going to have our speakers there, and they're going to introduce some, just get little snippets of what we're going to do. And actually, our theme for our pajama party is wigs and wine. So that's where the wine comes in, you know, and the wigs.
And the wigs.
And we have, you know, professional speakers that's going to come in and actually talk to the ladies about wigs and the importance of wigs. I'm not going to say too much, ladies, because July the 28th will be the big day, and it's a summer day party. It will be from 4 to 7 on July 28th.
Need to put that down.
Yes, please put it down. We have it on our website as well. And the address for the location?
Yep. The website address is www.kaleidoscopedreams. Again, that's with a Z.com. So all of our event information is there. And then the address for the Pajama Day Party is 5308 Ludlow, Ludlow Drive, Temple Hills, Maryland, 20748.
Repeat that again so
It's
folks don't miss that.
5308 Ludlow, Ludlow Drive, and that's Temple Hills, Maryland, 20748.
So what we have here is a partnership, right?
Yes, it
Two of
is.
y'all guys have gotten
It is.
together, you have a vision, and you're working the vision.
Exactly,
Yes.
we're working it. We're going to have games and prizes and
wow.
just fun, ladies. On that day will be the preview, but the actual pajama party will be September 22nd, the overnight event, and it will be a live adult women pajama party.
That's what I'm talking
Yes.
about. So you did mention that you're going to have guest speakers.
Yes, we will.
Okay.
Yes, we will. We plan to have guest speakers on the wigs. A professional that's going to speak about the actual wigs and how to wear wigs. She actually has a business that she actually helps women that have problems with their hair loss and things like that. So it's going to be a medical educational event. When we do pajama parties, it's pajama parties with a purpose. So it's always an educated pajama party. You will walk away not the same way as you came in, okay? So yes, it's fun.
You want to have fun. You wanted to have, all the good things that go with women connecting and supporting one another.
Exactly.
And it's also a chance to be able to have the woman to really connect. And we're not doctors, we're not, psychologists or therapists, but we really feel like there's a healing that is provided, especially when you connect women, like-minded women, that really want to look in and have a connection. You get rejuvenation, you get, healing, you get, just a time to woosah. We talk about woosah. And we talk about, when you say woosah, it really causes you to just take a deep breath. So it's nice to be able to inhale and exhale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know that both of you ladies are married.
Yes.
Okay. So where are the husbands going to be on this first event? I mean, how do they participate and support you?
Well, it's truly a woman's only event, and I mean, from sometimes we get them saying, "Hey, can we help with the box?" We're like, "No, we got it."
Really?
It's a woman's only event. The summer day party. We're probably going to allow husbands if they want to come just to see what the overnight event will look like. But for the actual pajama party itself, it will be women only. Our husbands are very supportive. I mean, they just love it. They're excited. They're actually spreading the word as well, and speaking to other women about what we do. So we have one. I have, and she has 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Support.
Yeah, my husband really, he looks forward to being able to say, you know, I'm here in the background, and then when it's time for me to go, I leave. You know, he's good with that. He's like, you know what, I'm good. I'll support as much as I can. So yeah, and he knows that it's a passion of ours. He supports us 100, 200%.
Yeah, that makes a difference when your spouse understands your passion.
Yes.
They do.
And supports you 100, 150.
Yes.
It's got to take a little bit more than 100%.
Oh, they do.
Right.
They
Yes.
do. And it helps that they both cook.
Yeah.
Both our husbands.
I was going to put that out there too.
Both our husbands cook. So when we have events, they're willing.
Where's your
DC.
DC?
Yeah.
And yours is from the...
He's from Trinidad.
Yeah.
So we have Caribbean food and American food.
You can't go wrong with that piece.
Mac and cheese.
Curry chicken and stew chicken.
Yes.
Now, for this particular event, is there a cost?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
very
So
good
yes,
point.
there is.
Yes, there is a cost. So
Good point,
what we're
Gloria.
doing, thank you, Gloria.
Yes.
For our pajama day party, it is $75 a person. For Sisters for Sisters
Network.
we
Yes.
dropped the price to $70.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
so,
talking about.
yeah,
The sisters
so
get a
we
hookup,
definitely
right?
Exactly.
Get a little deal there for the
Yeah.
sisters. So yes, that's how much it is, and everything can be paid on our website as well. So everything's laid out there for everyone.
Good. Give them the website again. Give them
Okay.
contact so they
Yep.
know
Okay.
exactly what's what.
Okay, so it's www.kaleidoscopedreams.com, and that is with the Z. And again, the address 5308 Ludlow Drive, Temple Hills, Maryland 20748. All of our contact information is on the website, so you can feel free to look on there. You can provide us with an email, and if you want to make your payment, you can make it there as well.
Good job.
Yes.
Before we go to commercial break, let's do this. Gloria, tell us a little bit more about your business. Use this platform
Okay.
for sharing.
Okay.
Okay.
For a long time, people have been searching for products that are mostly natural. So if they're going through things like pain or weight loss or anything like that, you go to the doctor and you get a pill, and then you get another pill. So I have products now, especially for the type 2 diabetes, which is like all natural, where people can take a product that they feel good about, they feel confident about, which can help diabetics. Now, I'm not diabetic, but I do have people that have taken the product and also testimonies where they've had amazing success.
Wow, nice.
And
That's
also
good.
Yeah.
there's like a tincture that you can also take where just put it on your tongue. It's like in a dropper. You put it under your tongue for nutrition once a day. Now, a lot of people know about the CBD oil, and so that's like from cannabis, but this is the part that doesn't make you high. And it's very
Does it make you
popular.
high?
Yeah. Okay.
Really?
Cannabis. No, doesn't make you high.
Yeah, it's
There's no THC.
It's not THC.
Okay.
It's CBD.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha.
So that a lot of people are using that now, just basically to feel better. It's been approved for use now by, FDA.
FDA.
It's also approved now. And so people that still want to be healthy, and it has a host of other type benefits that you can use from that. I actually don't have my list, kind of like wasn't thinking about that, but it does have a host of benefits. As a matter of fact, yes, Stephanie now has been taking
really?
it.
I have
Yeah.
the tincture as well as the
pain
the
cream.
pain cream. Now the pain
wow.
cream, I will say, I was pulling a large a cart, and it had about 3 cases of water, 2 cases of juices, and some other things. And by the time I finished, my back was really hurting, especially the T-zone in the back. So I had to go home and immediately tell husband, look, he was asleep, and I had to wake him up. And I'm like, hey, you got to put this on my back. And 2 days later, it really helped. So that's my testimony.
Yeah, it's nice to have a testimony.
Yeah, really nice to have a testimony. So I am a prime example, a walking testimony. I used it and it worked.
Wonderful.
And nice tingling. I was able to sleep through the night. And by the time I got up and started moving around, I was good.
And I take the tincture, and so at one point I actually was snoring. I don't anymore. So, that's
I gotta check that out.
That's my testimony, where it can help lots and lots of other things besides that. You just feel so much more at peace when you take it.
Awesome.
Wow, nice.
Well, look, let's take a break, because we got to do a commercial break here. We'll come right back.
All right.
Okay.
ladies, right? You fabulous looking ladies today.
We're back.
Just look at the. Oh, you want me to look at the camera?
Yes,
You don't want me to
we
look at
can
you?
dialogue there, definitely. But
Okay.
we're back. We're back. We are doing the switcheroo again. The
Yes,
magic
we don't play around, do
musical
we?
chairs, absolutely. But we're in a season that we can do that, and this is why we've been seeing a lot of people come and go, because this is a time that we are giving out a lot of information.
Great information.
Great information for the community to understand. This is the voting season. So we want to invite all that we can, who we can, to come in to share with you all what's going on and why it's important for you to vote.
To vote.
You must vote. You know, it doesn't come around often, but when it comes around, you need to participate. You need to get all your family and friends, your church folk, your people in your community, your neighbors.
And as I say, the folks on your sofa, okay, that don't do nothing, right? They need to get out and vote.
You can't complain. You can't complain about what you don't have.
That's
and what's
right.
not going on. My engineer just told me I'm talking without a mic. You know what? Ron, that makes a big difference.
Oh, that's okay. We got you there.
It was so good.
You sound a good girl.
With that being said, you take it away, my darling.
We have the honor of having a sister from Prince George's County that's here that is really, Denise, I'm going to give you the platform. Tell everyone who you are and the position that you're running.
Okay, good. Well, I'm Denise Roberts. I am a candidate, a proud candidate for the Clerk of the Circuit Court for Prince George's County. I was born and raised right here in Prince George's County, graduated from Suitland High School, went to Howard University. Became a member of Delta Sigma Theta while I was there.
And she wearing that red, isn't she?
That's right.
Yes.
I didn't know what to choose for my campaign colors, so
I
I
love
just
the
went with
color.
red.
Use red. Red is my favorite color, so you're in the ballpark. Yeah,
Thank
it's
you,
great.
thank you,
Absolutely.
thank you. So currently I work for the Prince George's County government in the Office of Central Services.
Right.
I run the outreach and education and training programs for small and local businesses who want to learn how to do business with the county. Also under that program, I created and host a television show called The Pulse for small businesses, where we help them learn how to start, run, and successfully manage their businesses. Yeah. And it's those skills that I'm taking with me into the clerk's office to help train the clerks so that we can raise the level of customer service for the people who use the courthouse. A lot of people don't really know what the clerk's office does.
That's what I was going to ask you that question. Can you just take a moment and just give folks a clear understanding of that position?
Sure.
Because a lot of folks do not know.
Right.
Yeah.
So the role of the clerk's office is an administrative one. It is the clerk's office that helps the courthouse to run efficiently and smoothly. So when someone files a case in the courts, it's the clerk's office that's responsible for processing the case through, for making sure it gets entered into the record. The court reporters that are in the courtroom, that's the clerk's office. The clerks that are assisting the judges, that's the clerk's office. But it's also not just the court system. You can apply for a passport there. You can apply for a business license there. Land records, it's a keeper of land records, or your titles and deeds. Also, they swear in the judges and elected officials and officers.
I even went there for...
and let's not forget, you can get married
there
in the courthouse. So the judges of the peace, right? That's the
quick and most economical way to go. To the word cheap. But yeah, that is true. Definitely.
So that's essentially the role. What I want to do is to go in there and I want to train the employees there. It's over 200 dedicated employees in that office that are charged with providing, excellent service to people who have to use the courthouse, the customers of the courthouse. And they're not just people who have to go to court, but it's also, the attorneys, it's citizens, it's the general public. So it's not just county residents, but, so I want to train employees. I want to enhance technology throughout the courthouse. And I want to improve the level of customer service in there. I've had my own personal business in the courthouse. And, I just want to go in there and make a difference.
I love it.
Can you tell us how you're having the young people working with you and learning and coming under you and you're mentoring them in this aspect?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So one of my passions is young people. I do, so I've had some students from high school, also college students. And for example, I did have a young lady at, when we were out campaigning at Bowie Fest.
Yeah.
She's an artist, an entrepreneurial artist, and I love young entrepreneurial minds.
We do too.
Yeah, so she came out there, and we allowed her to use our table to sell her paintings. In fact, and she made a couple of sales, Tim Adams being one of them.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're working with young people all around, you know, and I enjoy working with people who want to start their own businesses as well. So there is a young man also who's been in our office. He's got this this great idea or proposal that he wanted to present to the county to work with the county's contract on the bus. And so he liked how much I've been able to help him, so he wanted to turn around and help me.
And that's
so
what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's
Definitely.
about. Denise, one of the things that we do in our organization, Sisters for Sisters Network, we put a lot of emphasis on entrepreneurship.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have you come back after the election, because we know it's hot next week.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You can't get around Tuesday. Everybody's waiting for Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
But share with the audience before we close out and go into a break. Just put it out there what you want them to know about you.
So, I'm the person who cares about people. Okay, I just want to go in there and I want to make a difference. I believe that no matter where you are, no matter what your station is in life, it feels like, you know, growing up in Prince George's County, we as Prince Georgians have become accustomed to accepting less when we really deserve more. And no matter what business establishment that you are patroning, whether it's a grocery store, a hair salon, a barber shop, you really deserve the best customer service, even in a place like the courthouse.
That's true.
And so that's where I chose to be a part of the solution.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. And like I said, we will see you on the, let's say, next, July? It's almost here for the
It's almost,
conference.
yes.
So in July, we're going to have a conversation. We're going to have you come back here, but also you're going to come to Sisters for Sisters Network and talk about entrepreneurship.
Okay. Oh, definitely. And you guys have to come on my show too.
That's right. Yeah.
Because we need to talk
We'll
about
make that
business
happen.
there.
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.
Yes.
Definitely. We'd be happy to come. We got to support one another.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Good enough.
Go out and vote.
That's
Everyone for Denise Roberts. She needs your vote. So definitely go. Give them your website one more time.
So it's www.deniseroberts4clerk.com.
And I am loving that bread.
I love bread. Hey, you hot, girl. That's what it means. I am hot. I'm on fire, and I'm going to get the job done.
There you
I'm going
go.
to get the job done
Love
for
it.
the people.
Love it.
who
So
live
let's
in
give it up
the
for
county. That's
Denise
right.
Roberts. And we're going to be right back. We're going to take a commercial break.
Always sisters, always friends. Let's stay real close till the end.
Yes.
Musical chairs.
It's great because we have some fine people coming to our table.
Yeah.
And thank you, Peggy, for just reaching out there because it's about outreach.
That's it.
It's definitely about getting the people in. We don't know. But because of you, we are here on Four Sisters Live having these fine politicians, or we'll say elected officials, because someone said
they don't like politician as a word.
They
right?
stopped using that word, politician. Well, I'm not stopped, but kind of like.
I guess some want to be politically correct.
Correct.
Yes,
There you
politically
go.
correct. Okay, thank you.
We're all politicians at heart.
Right.
But we're serving the public. Right.
There you
And
go.
that's what it's
Go ahead
about.
and introduce
Yes.
yourself now. You got it.
Well, I'm Delegate Darrell Barnes, so I'm running for re-election.
Re-election.
As state delegate in the 25th Legislative District. So, it's an exciting time right now. I'm excited about the opportunity to rerun. I always tell folks, the first time you run, people want to give you an opportunity when you run.
Right.
The second time you win, they like what you're doing, right? So this one is real special to me because, once I win, I can say that people love what I'm doing and they want me to continue to fight and be that advocate on their behalf.
Great.
Exactly.
Welcome.
Well, thank you.
We're happy to have you here.
Well, thank you very
Introduce
much. I appreciate
yourself,
the
Lee, and let
invitation.
everyone know who you are.
I'm Lee Havis. I'm a candidate for Maryland State Senate in Legislative District 21.
There you go. So that means you two guys, when things work out well, will be working together in Annapolis.
True and
Correct?
false.
No.
Well, Lee is running for state senate, and he's a Republican.
Oh, okay.
All
Okay.
right.
I got
I
you.
am-
Yes, right here it says Republican candidate.
I am a Democrat running for re-election in the House. So
Right.
we will essentially
Be working.
Have to
working
make some-
together
right,
at some
exactly.
point.
Making some
Yeah.
decisions.
Right, and hopefully, it can be bipartisan where some of those things comes across the street, that says, we're for this, and Lee's going to say, well, I'm for that, and we have to come to that compromise
Right.
on getting legislation
They're
passed.
still there? Okay. We have a caller. I'm
we
not
do?
sure. Hello, caller.
Yes, hey, I have a question.
Sure. Who is the question posed to?
Who is speaking right now, just so I got an idea of it?
Delegate Barnes.
Okay, so my question is, what is your position and stance on legalization of marijuana for the district?
Right now, we just passed a bill, House Bill number 2, which was to legalize medical cannabis. And that was a huge hurdle for us in ensuring that bill got passed. Last year in 2017, the bill passed. It passed this year. So right now, we're trying to work out the kinks and making sure that medical cannabis does what it's supposed to do or its intent. I believe someone is going to present a bill this year to legalize marijuana or recreational marijuana. And then once we do that, we'll look at all of the things that are associated with that to see the viability of legalizing it.
Awesome. Good job.
Definitely. Thank you for answering my question. I just have one more question if I have time. So I've noticed that there are some legal cases in which citizens in certain districts or states have actually won suing the state for the removal of traffic enforcement cameras that are like on residential neighborhoods and blocks. My theory on that is that those cameras are entrapping of citizens who are just regularly driving and may, happen to go 5 miles over the speed limit and are automatically charged a $50 ticket. What is your stance on those machines, and do you think they benefit the county or do they do more damage?
That's a good question. Thank you for
Man, we
calling
need
in.
to brought you in the studio.
Right.
I would agree with you 200%. We have to look at our laws because if you understand the speed light cameras right now, they shut off at 9 p.m. every night.
Oh, they do.
I didn't
Most
know
people
that.
don't know
Wow.
that, right?
Yeah.
And they're not run on the weekends, right? But people slow down and speed up. So they cut on at 6 a.m. in the morning, and they cut off at 9 p.m.
Okay. Is that countywide?
That's countywide,
Okay.
right? So 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and they're off on the weekends because the red light cameras are intended to slow down the traffic that was going by schools and things like that, and not so much for money purposes. So I think we still need to look at that because there are some infractions of entrapment with those red light cameras.
See, and that's the thing. A lot of people just have a misconception with it that it's more so like for profit and not for actual safety. But like after hearing you say that it's mostly for safety, like I completely understand that. It makes sense.
Okay.
Good job.
But also, I just want to know if you had a Twitter or some type of social media page. I really want to post something positive, saying that I talked to you, and just let my followers know, that you're a good guy and I support you.
No, and I appreciate that a lot. You could definitely go to Facebook. My name is on there, Darryl Barnes or Delegate Darryl Barnes, and my Twitter is Delegate D Barnes.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
And we'd love you to come into the studio. You're really asking some good questions, so we appreciate that.
Did you have something you want to add?
Those are two very good questions, and I'm very much opposed to these speed cameras that penalize motorists. Essentially, it's a tax revenue scheme. It's not about traffic safety. Studies have been made by the Baltimore police that show no difference between the time that the cameras were put in place. Now, I do think it's a good idea, and I've seen it applied to have indicators, monitors to show right next to the speed limit what level you're driving. But when you tax people, when you penalize people, first of all, it's a disgusting feeling because you can't fight it. Who's going to go to court? You're in there with 300 other people. It's but you can be more citizen friendly and still accomplish a good result without this penalizing business. And on the marijuana issue, I really think that we're putting people in prison for this marijuana use, which is not good. It's not healthy. I'm opposed to people taking drugs, but you can't force people and penalize people for every single thing that's wrong. And there's way too many laws like that. We shouldn't have a law, and I don't know exactly how to do it, but I certainly am opposed to making it a crime. We've got problems with the way the federal government looks at marijuana use, but we don't have to add to the problem by putting people in jail for smoking marijuana.
Well, let me just go back to the speed light camera, because this is where the Republican side of Lee and the Democratic side we disagree.
I felt that.
Right? Because I truly believe that the speed light cameras are important because it's a safety issue. We just passed a bill this year to put a speed light camera on 210. Going down to Fort Washington. Right. That is the deadliest highway in the state of Maryland.
Yes.
All right, and that's documented, shown that. So with that speed light camera, what it's going to do is going to slow down traffic.
That's right.
Right. So I think in some cases it's definitely needed. The studies have shown that with those speed light cameras, it does slow down and protect citizens. And you can do your own research, and it's shown that. But in some cases, we have to be mindful of what we're doing by driving.
That's right.
Right. We got to, also take responsibility for ourselves and slow down. So if you're getting that ticket, then obviously you were speeding. Right. So you have to slow down. I think, from a pedestrian standpoint and public safety, study has shown over and over again that it works. Now, in some cases, in other jurisdictions, yes, it may be a money issue. But in this case, what we're talking about here in Prince George's County, it has shown, study has shown that it has worked to curtail incidents and help with public safety.
Good job. Boy,
I wanted to take a quick break, but if you have a question, because I want to ask you a couple of things as well. So let's just take a breather, and we'll be right back.
Good job.
Always
back. We're back. As you see, we have some wonderful conversation going on here, Peggy, and it's good. I like this, the 2050 leadership.
It's really nice. Isn't it?
You want to introduce your team?
Yeah, this is the team in the 25th Legislative District that we're asking our voters to support and vote for. Obviously, myself, Delegate Darrell Barnes, Delegate Derek Davis, Melanie Griffith is running for state senator. She was in Annapolis for 16 years. And sat on appropriations. Nick Charles is that young, upcoming, rising star that we all believe in. So I believe experience matters. And in this case, there's so much going on in our country and the state right now that, you need that proven leadership in order to get things done. And we believe, and I feel, that this is the strongest team to represent the 25th Legislative District.
Well, I'm sorry to say I'm in 24, so 25, I still support 25 all the way.
Good, and we need that.
Anything Darrell Barnes, I'm there.
Good.
So, Darrell, I know for a fact that you have surrounded yourself with the Prince George's County Business Roundtable?
Right.
Talk about that. Take a moment or two, because I have had the opportunity to participate, and I am truly impressed what I see in that roundtable.
Well, I think if you're a Republican or a Democrat, we have to look at how do we sustain our economy, right? And we all know that small business is the fabric of the economy.
That's right, exactly.
Right? So what I created was the Delegate Barnes Business Roundtable, in which we meet once a month.
Well, I said Prince George's, but it's Darrell Barnes.
It's the Delegate Barnes Business Roundtable.
Correct me.
Where we meet once a month, where I bring in small businesses, not only from Prince George's County, but around the state of Maryland, to talk about economic growth and development. How do you sustainability? So those businesses that are making $0 to $300,000, my job is to try to help them get to that $500 to $700 million. And if you're in $500 million to $1 million, then my job is to try to help you reach $5 million.
Get to the next level.
And always tell folks, utilize me, because I am the chief development officer for your company. I know everyone in the county. I know a lot of people around the state, and I know where those pockets of opportunities are. So if your business has your certification, your MBE, your DBE, your 8A and GSA schedule and all of those things, then most people don't reach out to their elected officials for those types of opportunities. I'm the chair of the Legislative Black Caucus, right? So every business in the state of Maryland has to come to me at some point in time to talk about diversity and inclusion. I'm the Deputy Majority Whip in Annapolis. I am the chair of the Education Subcommittee in Annapolis. So when you talk about the leadership team, you need leadership that can in order to make things happen. Derek Davis is the chair of the most powerful committee in Annapolis, which is Economic Matters.
I used to work with Derek.
And which is who's in line to become the next Speaker of the House, right? So you have Derek Davis, who could be the next Speaker of the House. You have Darrell Barnes, who's the chair of the Black Caucus. We have a powerful team right here that represents the 25th Legislative District in the state of Maryland, here in Prince George's County, right? And I don't know if everyone understands that. And listen, I know everybody wants to run for office, and I believe it's your right. But at some point, you have to say, we have to stick with what's going on and what's good, and which is moving the needle forward, right? And I believe in giving everybody an opportunity. That's why I started my nonprofit, Men Aiming Higher, right? To work with those young boys primarily between the ages of 14 to 29. So I get it, but I do believe that, there's a plan, succession plan, in order to move up and move forward.
I love it. I love it.
Mr. Havers, you're on the Republican side, you're on the state, on the Senate. Give us some understanding as to what you're doing and how you're going to change the community at large for where you're sitting right now.
Well, first of all, being a member of the state Senate, you're not running for dictator. You can't force people to do things. I have a lot of strong ideas about how. I'm a private educator, so 40 years helping children learn. I'm very passionate about that. I know a lot about that. I'm very, very disappointed, very discouraged with how the government of Maryland, particularly how it's operating in Prince George's County, mismanaged, wasteful, contrary to common sense, not accountable to the citizens. And that was one of my primary motives to get involved. I think there needs to be new leadership frankly. I think there needs to be solutions which are outside the box of the status quo, empowering leaders at the top, the political leaders at the top, and getting down to the grassroots. Right. More competition and choice for parents, for example. Not my solution, not Daryl's solution, but the solution that the parents choose, which is in all likelihood going to be a better choice than what I could choose. I can't impose on other people. But we have a government now that imposes so much on private initiative. I'm tickled to death that Daryl has a business, and frankly, I don't know how, it's very, very hard to do that because regulations are oppressive. As a private educator, that's why I feel that intensely. So we need more citizen accountability, more competition and choice, and lower taxes, because all of the good things that people want to do, if it's just government doing it, it's going to drive out the good, productive people who are taxpayers and who want to start a business instead of crushing them out with high taxes. So lower taxes is something that is painful for the people who have the special interests, who are benefiting from special government programs. But it's going to be good for everybody in the long run.
I love it.
But yeah, go ahead. I know, I feel you. Go ahead.
Listen,
we need another hour.
We got 2 minutes to make it happen.
All right. First of all, we didn't raise any taxes this legislative session at all. We didn't raise taxes not one quarter, right? So taxes are staying stagnant. The great thing about what's happening in Prince George's County, your property taxes, your property value is going up.
Going up, yeah.
Right? Crime is going down. And everyone is harping on our school system. But listen, our school system is we have some excellent students in our school system.
We do.
And we have some excellent teachers in our school system. Do we have some things that we need to shore up? Sure. Absolutely. But it's no different than what's going on in Montgomery County,
and in DC.
Howard County, Fauquier County, or any other place in the state of Maryland. The problem that we have is that we air out our dirty laundry on air, right? So, and the superintendent, whatever you believe, we need to make sure that we have the next superintendent who's going to be there for a while. We have a revolving door of superintendents here in Prince George's County.
That's right.
So then you have to say to yourself, if we keep changing superintendents, at what point are we going to, say this is the direction that we need to come in? Because every time you bring in a new superintendent, he's bringing in new people and new ideas.
Yes.
So you're starting
that
this
may not
revolving
look like
door.
The ideas that
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So if you look at where we are and the things that we have, we're progressing in, we're really doing some wonderful things that we really seldom get an opportunity to talk about. So it bothers me when people always want to harp on, we need new leadership and we need new this. In some cases, yes, we do. Right. But overall, I would say we need to steady the course sometimes, and you have to believe in the process.
And with the expertise. You already have it here. Stay with the expertise and keep it moving.
Absolutely. Some areas, yes, we need to change, and yes, we need to shore up. I would agree 200%. But in some other areas, I think we need to steady the course, and we have to believe in the process. Because study have shown, once again, that it's working, and we're moving forward. And I don't have the numbers in front of me, but in Prince George's County, we have roughly 207 schools, 130,000 students. And the number of scholarships dollars that we received is out of this roof, right? So kids are getting good education, kids are graduating, and they're getting the money to further their education. I don't know the number of blue ribbon schools that were awarded right here in Prince George's County. I think we have 3 teachers of the year right here in Prince George's County. We're moving in a way that needs to be done. Management-wise, we need to shore up some things. Yes. But, that's in every job, every jurisdiction, every level.
in this country.
Right? So, I just don't want us to always harp on the negative things that's going on. We also need to focus on the things that are positive.
I love it.
Well, Mr. Harris, we're going to give you the last words because you've been a Republican. You won't say that we've been bipartisan, but we wanted you to know. But on all seriousness, we want to hear your voice about where you are and what your plans are to make a difference.
We should all be running to represent all the citizens. So I don't emphasize. If I was in a popular party, I might use that. I'm not objecting to people who do that, but we're going to Annapolis to represent everybody, the well-being of all. I started an organization called Citizens for a Better Prince George's County, completely nonpartisan. I try to downplay my political position in doing that, but we're fighting the county council on raising property tax rates in violation of the trim provision, which is built into the county charter to hold the county government accountable. Homeowners and taxpayers worked hard for that, and people in the General Assembly have found ways to work around that. The county council is opposed to that kind of accountability. Why do we have to go to court? And that's what we are. We're in court now, fighting to get these tax rate increases pushed back. If we had better accountability in the political leadership, is what we should have, we wouldn't have to fight in court. We wouldn't have to go through the back door and around the corner to try to get these problems solved.
Well, I tell you, I mean, if we understand where you're coming from, we appreciate you being here. We are going to have you guys back. Because never enough time, right? Because I know there are things that we can go back and forth and understanding how this all works out.
So what we want to do, right after the election and everything settles down and everybody's back into commission, can we have y'all guys come back and continue this conversation?
Absolutely.
Okay, because it's amazing that I even get a chance to get Daryl in the studio, because he is on fire in District 25.
Yeah, I know you all
so
out there
doing your thing. Thank you both for coming out.
Yeah.
Let me just mention, if I could,
Sure.
my website is Havis for Senate. Facebook page Havis for Senate, so you can usually find me that way.
Exactly. And Daryl, for you?
Yeah, I think if more people want to know about me and my platform, they can go to darylbarnes.net. Real simple. www.darylbarnes.net. You can look that up. Go to my Facebook page. Twitter is at delegate or at DELD Barnes.
Thank you very much. Well, guys,
this has been a
girl,
real
it's been a
full
long day.
But it's been a great day. It's been a fulfilled day. So we thank you all for watching, and we want you to continue to tune in to Four Sisters Live every Saturday right here on VoxWave.com. Continue to have a great, blessed weekend.
All right. This has been great.